Green flag in the air. It's time to hit it and get it for the Collision 1 Limited Stocks for the final time of 2019 here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Trent Clemens to the lead as they go through turn number 2. Gibbons powers off the top cushion. James Gibbons to second as they go down through turn number 3. Brandon Bowler working the top side of Corey Bradley down through turn number 4. They're side by side for the lead. It's going to be Trent Clemens who's going to lead lap number 1 down through turn number 1. Trent Clemens, your leader. James Gibbons second. Corey Bradley third. Brandon Bowler fourth. Chris Champion is fifth. Everybody single file so far. And here comes Raymond Harper in the 22 to the inside of Randy Hutchins for the 6th spot. Harper sideways, and he's going to catch it coming out of 4. Raymond Harper sideways, but hangs on to it as everybody chases Trent Clemens. James Gibbons to the inside of Clemens down off of turn number 2. Stephanie Johnson sideways off of 2, but she catches it as everybody remains single file through turn 3 and 4. Trent Clemens, your leader. James Gibbons second. Corey Bradley third. Brandon, and we got trouble in turn number 4. Trent Clemens and trouble in turn 4. Stephanie Johnson and Jay Seward. Green flag back in the air. Clemens punches the gas, and we're back racing. James Gibbons working the top cushion as they come through turn number 2. Gibbons with a big at a seam coming off of turn number 2. About a car length separate Clemens and Gibbons down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Gibbons is there. Gibbons gives Clemens a shot down through turn number 4. Gibbons is going to follow suit as they come across the stripe. It's still going to be Trent Clemens. James Gibbons working the top side. Now he's going to try the bottom. Gibbons goes to the inside of Clemens. Gibbons is there. He slips up just a bit, and that's going to open it up now for Trent Clemens with Corey Bradley right there in tow on the 8 of James Gibbons as they go down through turn number 3 and 4. James Gibbons coming in as your points leader with a 26-point cushion over the man right behind him, Corey Bradley in the 41. Here comes Bradley now, taking a look to the inside of Gibbons. Bradley took a peek, but he's going to slide back up behind Gibbons. Brandon Bowler lying back there in 4th, watching it unfold. As they roll through turn number 4, we got 1 car sideways and 2 around, and 3 cars involved at the top of turn number 3 and 4. Green flag back in the air. We are back racing in the Collision 1 Limited Stocks here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Trent Clemens leading him through turn number 2 with James Gibbons and Corey Bradley hot on his tail. Down the back straightaway they go. Gibbons gives Clemens a big shot down the back straightaway, and Gibbons going around the top side. They're side by side coming off of turn number 4. It's going to be James Gibbons is going to lead that lap as they come around into turn number 1. James Gibbons to the outside and is not looking back as Corey Bradley's going to try to follow suit now on the 01 of Clemens. Down to go the back straightaway off into turn number 3. Corey Bradley to the inside of Clemens. Clemens going to try to close in on Bradley down to off of turn number 4, but Bradley's going to complete the pass. And Bradley now moves into second. Trent Clemens fighting back on the outside. He's going to try to get a full head of steam here off of turn number 2. Clemens is going to clear the 41 and Bradley down the back straightaway into turn number 3 with Brandon Bowler in tow as they go off into turn number 3 and 4. Coming out of turn number 4, Clemens, Bradley, and Bowler battling it out for that 2nd spot as they race their way off into turn number 1. As James Gibbons continues to pull away while the 3 behind him continue to battle it out for 2nd. Down the back straightaway they go into 3. Bradley trying to see if he can get around Clemens coming out of 4. We still single file so far through the top 5. Coming into turn number 2, James Gibbons has now opened it up by a few car lengths. Here comes Corey Bradley to the bottom of Trent Clemens. They're side by side down the back straightaway. Off they go into turn number 3. Corey Bradley looks to the inside. Bradley's there on the left rear of Clemens coming out of 4. They're side by side. Briefly, it's going to be Clemens who's going to edge out past Corey Bradley for the spot down into turn number 1. Bradley is going to drive back to the bottom. Bradley's going to give Clemens a shot on the into turn number 2. Bradley continuing to ride back in the 3rd spot. Everybody so far so good through turn number 4. It's still currently James Gibbons. James Gibbons, your leader, as everybody through turn number 1 and 2. Gibbons has now opened it up, and we got caution flag is out. Coming out of turn number 4, green flag back in the air. We are back racing here in the Collision 1 Limited Stocks. Everybody goes down through turn number 1 and 2. James Gibbons out front. Here comes Corey Bradley looking to the bottom of Clemens. Down the back straightaway they go into turn number 3. Corey Bradley looking to the bottom. Bradley is there. Bradley to the bottom of Clemens. They're going to be side by side off of turn number 2. But it's still going to be Trent Clemens is going to edge out past Corey Bradley now as they go off into turn number 1. James Gibbons is continuing to open the gap. And we got a caution. Gibbons back on the gas as they come out of turn number 4. We're going down through turn number 1. Here comes Trent Clemens looking to the outside. Gibbons working the top cushion coming off of turn number 2. James Gibbons out front. Clemens is in tow in second with Corey Bradley right there in suit down into turn number 3. Bradley looking to the inside of Clemens. Bradley to the left rear. Clemens gets a little sideways. Clemens is going to hang on to it as they work their way down into turn number 1. Corey Bradley is there all knocking on the door of Clemens as they go down into turn 2, down the back straightaway into turn 3. Bradley is there applying pressure to Clemens. Bradley to the inside. Bradley gives Clemens a shot to the door as they come off at 4, going across the stripe. Trent Clemens is still there, hanging on to second. Trent Clemens continuing to keep Corey Bradley at bay behind him, down back there in the 3rd spot, with Brandon Bowler sitting in 4th. James Gibbons continuing to show the way. James Gibbons coming into tonight as your points leader with a 26-point gap between him and Corey Bradley. And we got one car around in turn 3 and 4. Caution flag waves. Coming through 4, Gibbons back on the gas, coming out of 4. We are back underway here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Here at Collision 1 Championship night. Oh, trouble! Corey Bradley up in the wall, up in turn number 1. But it's coming back on the outside, and Clemens, Bradley's going to clear Clemens down the back straightaway into turn number 1, down through turn 3. James Gibbons, your leader. Bradley right there in tow in second, coming out of 4. It's James Gibbons, your leader. Corey Bradley's got his sights set now on James Gibbons coming through turn number 2. Clemens is in tow right there in 3rd with Chris Champion right behind him in 4th. Coming through turn number 4, 3 and 4. 17 laps complete of our 25-lap feature. James Gibbons is now opened up by about a 6-car length gap now over Corey Bradley in 2nd. Trent Clemens is in 3rd. Chris Champion is 4th and Randy Hutchins is 5th. Coming through turn 4. We got one car off the pace at the top of 4. Oh, Hazelwood misses. And we are going to be under caution for the number. Coming through turn 4, Gibbons back on the loud pedal coming out of 4. Green flag in the air. We're back underway. Trent Clemens is there all over the back bumper of Corey Bradley down through turn number 1 and 2 they go. Off and down the back straightaway. James Gibbons showing the way through turn number 4. 19 laps complete now of our 25-lap distance. Corey Bradley with a run coming off of turn number 2 now on the 8 of Gibbons. Down the back straightaway they go into turn number 3. Trent Clemens is there, trying to watch every move the 41 makes. Coming out of 4. Gibbons is just continuing to tick away the laps coming off of turn number 2. Bradley inches closer now. Corey Bradley is now 2 car lengths there to James Gibbons. Down to go through turn number 3 and 4. Coming off of 4, it's still James Gibbons. 21 laps complete at 25. As Gibbons continues to show the way, with the laps continuing to tick down, Corey Bradley does not have that much time to make a move on Gibbons if he wants to get the win here tonight at Virginia Motor Speedway. Coming out of turn 4, James Gibbons has been dominant all race long. And that number 8, Randy Hutchins looking to the bottom of Trent Clemens coming into turn number 2. Randy Hutchins took a look to the bottom, but now slides back up to the behind Clemens as they go through turn 3. Randy Hutchins looking to the bottom again of Trent Clemens coming off of 4. That is for the 3rd spot. 2 more times around for James Gibbons. James Gibbons came into tonight your points leader with a 26-point cushion over the man behind him, Corey Bradley. He's coming out of turn number 4. Coming to get the white flag. It's James Gibbons with the white flag, and he's got 4 more corners to go to get the win and the championship. Down the back straightaway. 2 more corners to go for James Gibbons in 2019. Coming out of turn 4 he comes. The checker flag is in the air. James Gibbons is your winner and is the champion in the Collision 1 Limited Stocks for 2019.